Welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. What is going on, man? It's great to see you on today. Did you know that XRP will replace fiat? And if it isn't, if it's actually when?
There you go.
When will it replace fiat? And if you're looking at the thumbnail, 6/18 to 2022, that's kind of the time frame of the death of the fiat. It had a good run. 6/18, not a bad time to start. It actually probably started a few centuries before that, but let's say in the US, I think the currency started sometime in the 1600s, maybe 1700s. The first fiat paper money that was printed. All that's about to change, Chip.
Big time, in a good way, a really good way. You guys ready? Let's go.
Ready. Go.
Welcome to On the Chain.
All right, man.
There you go.
Be back. How about that?
Be back. So why don't we do this, Jeff? Why don't we start off with this scorching story right here? This is a very good way to start it off.
Good deal.
Let's start this off here. I'm gonna cue it up.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. All right, so I'm laughing. So let's start off with John Deaton, what John Deaton said here. John Deaton basically said that, oh my God, how sensitive our lawyers at the SEC. Before we get into that, let's actually show what he's talking about here, which is we do not respect the SEC. LBRY posted this.
Man,
and this is
stuff.
And this is Grin. Grin's he's their, I think he's their chief tech officer, right? Grin.
We'll
find, yeah.
Grin. He might just be.
So he said, lawyers told me it's okay to show up at my deposition tomorrow looking sharp and smelling awful as a form of psychological warfare. Going to eat a plate of garlic for breakfast, then do some CrossFit and not shower. That is just awesome.
That's awesome. And I like how they start that off, though. We do not respect the SEC. Did you say that part?
But who does, Jeff, in actuality?
Man.
It says the SEC contacted us about this tweet and asked us to take it down. Like this comment if you think the SEC should go F themselves.
My God. That's bold. That's bold.
Playing nice with the SEC for 4 years has got us absolutely nowhere. We're done being nice to these monsters. This is probably obvious, but we've asked to make it clear by people who actually respect, who we do actually respect, which is our lawyers, not the SEC. And this is Grin, and he is, what is he? Hang on a second.
Does it?
I don't know what.
Does it say?
Anyway, he works for a library. I don't know what he does there. He wears funny hats. He's a wizard of some kind. I don't know. I really don't know. He wears a wizard hat.
Attention itself.
For the record, this is a joke. I did ask them, but our lawyers didn't like the idea or suggest it. I'll be looking and smelling fresh tomorrow. John Deaton says, I'm jealous after interviewing Jeremy Kauffman and getting to know him a bit of his personality. I really like to be defending his deposition. Hell, I'd go work out with him just prior. So even Elon Musk not going to reply on this one. This is seriously hot biscuit. Tesla flamethrower hot.
That's right. That's right.
Von Crypt weighed in with, consider yourself privileged. They contacted you, even if it's this, LOL. And then he said, Eleanor Terrett, Charlie Gasparino, and John Deaton, to name a few, have been waiting for replies on certain issues for ages.
Ages.
Ages and ages.
It's only taken 4 years. Not bad.
Yes, Uphold, please consider adding LBRY to this awesome lineup you already have. Yeah, so that's it.
Perfect.
And there you go. And then if you can see, I'm stuttering. I have no idea why. Nobody does.
There you are. Nope.
It's pathetic. It's horrible, and I hate my internet provider.
Makes no sense.
Do? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It was everything was working fine, and all of a sudden it just started doing this. I don't know what happened.
Man. Abby saying, thank you, Gary, for holding back the price so I can pack my bags before going to the moon. There you go.
There you go.
It's all thanks to Gary. Gary, the G-Man Gensler. It's good.
And there it is.
Now, Tony Baggs is saying this earlier time makes it harder to catch you guys. No, I'm not I guess in some places they don't have the daylight saving time yet.
Yeah, in some
Not
ways,
really sure.
I guess it's an hour earlier. So
So we went ahead by an hour. I don't know. Not sure where that would be, but heard the Senate passed a no time change bill. Yep, I do believe that it was going to the Senate floor.
are you kidding me?
Not sure if they passed it, but it was going to the Senate floor.
Let's
And it was
find
said,
out
oh
about
no, it I take it back. It did pass the Senate and it was on its way to Congress.
that. You mean
So
the
it's
House?
whether or not the House, yeah. It's gone on its way to the House. On its way home.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they got to get rid of it. It doesn't make any sense.
oh, he's in Arizona. Arizona does
Arizona doesn't do it.
Oh, that's why, yeah. Now we're an hour ahead of you guys.
All right.
Interesting. when we roll back, then it's easier.
Gotcha.
Interesting. It passed unanimously. Nice. Everybody hates it.
No,
You know,
it
but
just
I
doesn't
think
make
it was just through a committee. Yeah.
Throws your system off. It just becomes unbearable. It's just bizarro.
But they
Look at
can't
this
pass crypto legislation. But the daylight saving time thing, oh yeah, got to get rid of that.
Yeah, so here we go. Look at this. Ripple and Morgan Creek among investors in Hex Trust. You're probably saying, well, what is Hex Trust exactly? Well, glad you asked. San Francisco blockchain company Ripple invested in Hong Kong-based cryptocurrency custodian Hex Trust. Did you know about this Hex Trust, Jeff?
No, I do not.
Well, they're a custodian, and that's somebody who would hold your crypto. It's $88 million Series B funding round, which was led by seed stage fund Liberty City Ventures and non-fungible token startup Animoca Brands had a high-profile blockchain project Terra investment from Morgan Creek. Morgan Creek's invested in almost all these crypto companies. And financial institution BlockFi among its participants. The company's now secured roughly $100 million in total funding to keep your crypto safe, Jeff. If you are in, of course, Hong Kong, and in October, Hex Trust raised $10 million in order to develop its Hex Safe custody platform. Round was by Animoca Brands, so they're heavily invested in that. They've already got a bunch of things already invested there. Hex Trust is Asia's leading cryptocurrency custodian, which also provides solutions in the realm of custody, decentralized finance, and brokerage. It boasts $5 billion worth of assets under management with over 200 institutional clients. It services support for more than 200 tokens. Pretty good. That's a pretty good run, 200 tokens. The company, which was founded back in 2018, yet to reach profitability, but don't worry, just pump some more money into it. They'll get there. You need more customers. They already have, so they have 5 billion under the roof. They have 200 institutional clients, and they're not profitable yet. So it's a matter of they have to grow a little bit more. Maybe they're not charging enough, raise their fees. It was the Hex Trust has no other priorities for now. Alessio Quaglini told Bloomberg that his firm is currently focused on scaling the operations. After significant fundraising, Quaglini is optimistic about the future of the industry, claiming that blockchain will be the new infrastructure of global finance. And there you go.
And that's important right there. You know, with everything that's going on right now, all the resistance, all the lack of clarity in the space here in the U.S. and they kind of get it in other countries. You know, they kind of see the direction that we're moving in, the way things are unfolding. So I think that's pretty key. It's
very key. Again, I don't understand why I don't know what's going on over here. Something's up. Something is up, Jeff.
I don't know why you're frozen.
Nobody knows. It's a big mystery to everybody. Who knows? I don't know.
Too many things open.
I don't know. Shouldn't be any issues, but for some reason it is. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah, it seems to be an issue.
So there were a couple interesting comments while we were going, and kind of funny, but
put them up there, Jeff. Let's listen to them.
There we go. I'm trying to get over to the start comments that acting real slow. Look at that. I just froze up for a second. But it said so Ralph Raymond was saying the Honorable John Deaton is now a friend of the court. Just wait until he has the power of subpoena. He'll roast these SEC crooks and their cronies. And then there was a follow-up from Glad Instance. House reps are now questioning the SEC actions and reasons for their anti-crypto stance and overreach of powers. They have the end of April to respond. Gary G is probably packing his pants. I think there are quite a few of these types of questionings that are going to be going on. You got Fauci getting ready to be pulled in front of Congress, the SEC getting pulled in front of Congress. There's a lot of answers to be had and a lot of questions to be asked. So now the question is, when, are they going to really unravel, all of the mysteries that are at play, or are they going to let it just continue the way it's been with no true outcome? So we'll see, Chip. See how that goes. So
We shall see. Yeah, we absolutely should see how that goes.
Shall. Bandwidth, Chip. Bandwidth.
It could be bandwidth. I mean, don't know. Having some internet issues.
That could be your upload.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling like. There's something wrong. Well, they're digging up my entire neighborhood so they can put in fiber, which I never thought would happen. But then I asked one of the guys, it looks like it's this. Yeah, something looks off here.
Something is up. So Chip, we've got in payments, you got the CBDC plans proliferate as governments race to challenge stablecoins first mover advantage. You know what? I didn't even share this, but this is a good kind of segue into so many of the other things that we have to cover, because maybe it's this platform. Now all of a sudden everything's like slow, everything's sluggish. But CBDC plans proliferate. So what is that? What does this mean? What are they planning here? As the move to create central bank digital currency expands around the world, it's worth stepping back and asking why. Why, Chip? Why are they trying to create centralized digital currencies?
Well, Jeff, because they want to go. It's just a matter of more control. It's centralized. It's control. You can actually stop somebody from spending the money if you wanted to. Say like, hey, we told you that you're supposed to drink caffeinated coffee, and suppose they drink decaffeinated coffee, they allow them not to buy decaf anymore, or they can just cancel their account altogether, and then nothing goes in or out. So I think that's really the big squeeze right there, is what they're really looking for, something along those lines.
I think so. It says here the two most common answers both pit CBDCs against stablecoins. First, as a way to improve the efficiency and reduce the cost and bottlenecks endemic to the payments industry, or second, they are a reaction to the challenge of the explosive growth of stablecoins like Tether and Circle. Now, I agree with you. I don't think they're an exact reaction to the challenge. I think they see the challenge and they're going to one-up them, and they want more control. And I think that we've seen it rear its ugly head in Canada and in China, and we kind of know what the centralized controlled mechanisms of the central currencies. And we actually talked about yesterday, we were talking about Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia considering taking the digital yuan. You brought that up. So now, why would Saudi Arabia want to use the digital controlled currency of China? And what kind of value, Chip, would they even place on that digital currency? Would they want to an error occurred trying to create your screen effect. Oh, look at this. Everything's messed up, Chip.
It's completely messed up, Jeff.
Everything is messed up.
So I'm starting to feel like it's the platform.
I think the platform is crashing on us.
The platform is crashing as we speak, Jeff. We don't need to be on video. It's not necessary, Jeff.
The platform is falling apart all around us.
Isn't that great? Yeah, I was saying, because you're experiencing issues, I'm experiencing issues. So I just did a speed test. There you go. The magic of the
magic of green screen.
But even I'm hearing stutter, guys. Let me know if you're hearing Jeff stutter a little bit. I think there's something going on with this platform, honestly. But of course, are we transmitting to a different platform tonight? Is that part of it? Could that be doing it? I don't know.
I don't know. We are we are streaming over on Rumble right now. We got 3 people watching on Rumble as we speak.
Yeah, hello,
I don't see any Rumble rants. We got 130 on YouTube. We got 3 over on Rumble. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, kind of nice, but we're not, we're having a little bit of video technicality, and maybe it is because we're pushing through to Rumble. I don't know. We're doing that through custom setup, but it's kind of cool anyways, see what's happening. But the stream sounds good, so that's good. But Matt, where's Matt? Matt Hamilton had a comment here. He said, "Wasn't my bot." So,
Wait a minute. I must be.
Matt's been tracking us. Matt's like, wait a minute.
I knew it.
Yeah, these guys can't stream the event, so I'm gonna crash the live stream.
Crash, as they say.
Crash it. But so we got David Scottsdale. The more I wake up, the more I see we're we are farm animals, and once they chip us, humanity will never be able to rise and be free again. We are the last sort of free humans. Get that chip?
That could be. Well, just read Animal Farm. You'll understand how it works. George Orwell's Animal Farm. That was another amazing. Was it George Orwell that wrote that? I thought so. Animal Farm. That's it.
Gary Gensler sitting back with his hackers. That's probably
there. You go. Yeah, because he really cares so much about what we're doing here, Jeff.
Man.
So then I want to show this story. So allow the cookies. Yeah, I'll allow them. So here you have Volante, who is a Ripple partner. Yay. Volante Technologies launches service to accelerate ISO 20022 payments modernization. That's very cool. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, so out of London, March 16th, Volante Tech, the global leader in cloud payments and financial messaging, today announced the launch of Volante ISO 20022 service. This value-added service simplifies the complexity. How many times do I have to say this? Of ISO 20022 modernization for any organization involved in the processing of payment messages from banks and financial institutions to fintechs and payment service providers. And when did Swift say they were going to be compliant? Initially, they said it was 2023 or late 2022.
Yeah, I don't know what they were.
Here it is. Such organizations face significant headwinds in achieving the ISO 2022 message compliance, whether for domestic or clearing settlements, Target 2, CHAPS, Fedwire, among others, or cross-border payments, SWIFT and CBPR still rely on legacy systems that cannot be updated to ISO 20022. That's because they're working off of 1974 technology, Jeff. That might be what the issue is right there.
I like 1974 tech. Very cool.
It's called Swift, Jeff. It's very easy.
It's no longer Swift, but
it's one and the same.
Hey, Chip, there's some sad news being passed around the space right now. And one of the questions was, Matt Hamilton, big news, when's your last day at Ripple? And Matt responded, tomorrow.
Wait, what?
Yep, that's what I just said. Looking at the commentary here.
Wait,
what? I
what?
don't know if that's for real. That's
not for real.
What? Is that for real, Matt?
That's not for real. Come on, man.
Come on, man. April Fool's Day early.
Yeah.
EC 2189. Gary's trying to rug us with our stream. I kind of
rug us, baby.
I agree with that. Man, Matt, you gotta update us on that one. What in the world? What? He tweeted it today. What? The crypto investigator. The fact that the SEC wants to have $10 million to be investors via Jungle Inc. We can all eat seeds and potatoes. They can squash all of us. We are privileged to invest. BS. Holy cow. It's for real.
Is it for
real?
real?
Oh, man. For real.
How can that be, dude?
It was announced today.
What? Wait a minute. Yeah, it's for real. Let's see. Did you let me go to Matt's Twitter account. Did you put it out there? That's pretty quick, dude. You just came back from back from the Ripple House. Is that for real? I don't know, Jeff. What do you think? He says it's for real. I'm gonna believe him. We're just having all kinds of issues with the stream tonight, guys. And look at that. I'm just so that's interesting, Matt. Did not know that. But yeah, man, I don't know what your next step's going to be, but looking forward to it, whatever that looks like. Okay, you shared the URL. I'm going to have to go on Twitter because for some reason, I don't know what that is. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up, but we are experiencing some difficulties over here. Let's see. And I'm looking through it. I just don't see it. I mean, did you tweet about it? I mean, tell me if you tweet. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Okay. Yeah, there it is right there. All right, so in big news here, some news. I'm leaving Ripple. What? Whoa, yes, I know it's a bit of a shock. Tomorrow will be my last day. Let me explain. So let's see what. Let's go ahead and get it directly here. And I guess Jeff, I'm gonna go ahead and put this full screen. There's no reason for you to see part of that. So let's go ahead and read through this. Some news. I'm leaving Ripple. I know it's a bit of a shock. Let me explain. 2021, pretty tough year for me personally. I've written about it. Supporting my wife through some pretty horrific mental health battles, a global pandemic, starting a Ripple during lockdown, moving to Barbados. My wife developing seizures. It was a roller coaster of a year. Ripple's been amazingly supportive through all this time, both on a personal and professional level. However, despite all the support, it has become clear that I'm spinning too many plates. So I'm going to be stepping down from my role at Ripple to focus on supporting my family, helping my wife recover. And it's a hard decision to make, but something I feel it's necessary. Don't worry, I'll still be involved in the XRP Ledger community. I'll bet maybe to a lesser degree for a while. Looking back on the past year, I've had the opportunity to work with some amazing people, some highlights that I've had the privilege to contribute to. And just system crash, he's letting me know. So I'm just giving you guys an update. Something happened with the system, his crash, all kinds of weird stuff going on tonight. And on top of this is happening. Launching and hosting the Ripple XDev Twitch channel, 47 episodes, over 60 hours of content, over 13,500 distinct viewers, highlighting the breadth of the XRP Ledger developer community and what they're building. The launch of the XRP Ledger Grants Program with Elliot Lee and Julia Heitner, funding over 50 projects with approximately $6 million of funding. The speaker program of the inaugural Apex Developers Conference with Selena Glawick, XRP Hackathons with Selena Glawick, speaking of the Miami XRPL community meetup, which we were a part of, which was awesome, organized by Pablo Padilla, Amy Huber, and Matt Linsden. Speaking of multiple university events, big shout out to Lauren Weymouth at UBRI, including Kansas University Blockchain Institute, Berkeley Blockchain Club, Duke University, University of Sao Paulo, University of Cape Town, Indian Institute of Technology, and University of Zurich. Speaking at a number of tech conferences, We're Developers World Congress, Singapore FinTech Festival, TechSylvania, Python Webs Conference, DevCon, DevRelCon Tokyo, speaking at events. There's a lot of stuff you did here, Matt. It's pretty impressive. Speaking at events for and help advising of the XRPL campus. Ambassador program, amazing work by Mac Linsden, Amy Huber, and Andrew Hafsey. Launching XRP Developers Discord channel, now in the hands of Abner Pinto, otherwise known as Bias Goose. And launching Ripple XDev's presence on dev.2 with technical blog posts on the XRPL. Speaking at several internal Ripple Lunch and Learn sessions on the XRP Ledger and the wider cryptocurrency world, consulting, testing, and promotion of the XRPL-PY library for the XRP Ledger. Thanks. Big shout outs there. Being the voice of the developer for the various Ripple product teams with Danny Gamboa, Jazzy Cooper, Yana Novikova, which we Ripple profiled not too long ago. We displayed that here. Amir Mark Bakesh, giving tech support to Ripple Com social teams, participating in the Ripple Innovative internal hackathon. Go Team Dexter, the XRPL explainer videos, 10 short videos explaining the XRP Ledger. Generally hanging out with the amazing C++ team, David Schwartz, Nick Bogalis, Scott Ditterman, CJ Cobb, Ed Hennis and company. Liaison with the XRP Ledger Foundation, Bahar Chari, Witsy Wind, providing feedback on the XRPL.org website, helping it move over to the XRPL.
What are we covering here? What are we doing?
This is all the things that we're talking about. Matt Hamilton leaving Ripple tomorrow and why he's made that decision.
So what was the reason? What happened?
The reason is, well, because he's going to focus on his family. That's what he wants to do. He wants to focus on his family. He felt like he was spinning too many plates. Yeah. And so he wants to go ahead and focus on there. And he thinks it says it's the right decision. Being the voice of developer, various Ripple product teams, giving tech support to Ripple Comms and social, participating in the internal hackathon, XRP explainer videos, 10 short videos explain the ledger.
Is everything Matt has done?
Yeah, this is all the stuff he's done in a very short period of time.
Man, that's really impressive, Matt. Holy
Yeah,
cow.
it's appearing in a Ripple drop, and you missed about 15 of them. Appearing in a Ripple drop
Holy
episode,
cow.
interviewed by the awesome Reinhard Kate, speaking at a Pride of Ripple ERG event as LGBTQ plus ally with the other Matts, Welch, and Curcio, participating in the block at Ripple ERG and discussing how dollars could be used for employee resource groups across companies, and participating in the women's at Ripple ERG, especially hosting International Women's Day panel, which is just last week. Sitting on 18 interview panels for hiring new Ripplers, and representing Ripple at the South by Southwest 2022 conference, which happened last week.
Texas. Awesome.
Yeah, no doubt missed people and events off the list, but every time I've looked back at it, I've remembered other cool things that I've had a chance to be a part of, people that I've worked with, and it's been an amazing year. Big thanks to Ripple leadership team, especially Monica Long for leadership of the Ripple X business unit onwards. Well, listen, we all wish you the best here.
Yep.
And on the chain, Matt, we wish you the best because you deserve the best, man. We got to know you a little bit at that XRPL meetup. We got to hang out and have lunch with Matt, which was really a lot of fun. And of course, the meetup was great. Just meeting people from the community, meeting people from on the chain that came up to us and said they watched the podcast. That was a lot of fun. So we wish you the best, man. And really, it's great that it's admirable that you're going to focus on your family because family does come first. And really, hats off to you, man.
Yep.
So there you go.
Okay. Good job, Matt. And Sir John's taking a bus over to Bosnia. So
he's on a bus right now. Does it have Wi-Fi?
Hey, apparently
it does. Or he's on his phone. I don't know.
He's on his phone. I don't know what he's. Sir John hanging out and going.
I want to put this up. Here's another amazing community member here. This is Rob XRP. Everybody knows him. He's fantastic. He has his, he does a lot of great research, has a Patreon. And Rob XRP says, Matt, you're a wonderful and amazing human being. I would have done the same in your place. Family is the most important thing in life. And I'm sure a spot will always be open with you at Ripple. So very nice salute there, Rob. And I'm sure there's tons of other comments in there because, like I said, it was really cool spending time with Matt in person, having a picture of mojitos and what else do we have there? I don't know. It's a bunch of Cuban food.
Yeah, a lot of good food and a couple pictures of mojitos. Then walked around the heat of Miami, got to show him the sights, and then got over to the meetup, and that was a blast. That was a lot of fun. Good time spent with Matt. And man, it would be awesome when we finally have the On the Chain live meetup here in Miami. Then we can bring Matt in as a guest speaker. That'd be outstanding.
How about this one right here? Hans Loaded says another achievement should be there. He's creating a bot that was the demise of the XR Doge. XR Doge. That's funny.
Great bot. Created the bot that took down the On the Chain live stream.
Right. XRP Hitman says, Matt, okay, no problem. You did great on the Twitch stream. See you soon back on them. And let's see. I'm just going through some of the other comments here. How about this right here? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was Matt's comment to us. Jeb, you folks are awesome, and I'll be trying to get to Miami in the near future after a break.
Oh, nice, very nice. Awesome. Yeah, we'll give us a heads up. Give us a heads up, like, hey, we're not gonna. I'll be there tomorrow morning. That's probably not enough time. That's how Jeff and I roll, but we'll do that. We really appreciate that, Matt. This is a good comment here.
Here we go.
How about this one, Jeff? How can you tell who owns Bitcoin at a party? Don't worry, they'll tell you.
That's funny. So Matt said, I'm up for an OTC meetup. There you go.
Oh, that would be awesome.
First. You heard it here first. So
you'll be the featured speaker.
You'll be the featured speaker. We got to get that set up, man. We got to set up an OTC proper meetup. When we can get that going, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, without a doubt, man. Get Matt over here. It'd be the first.
Matt, hey, flip the switch before you leave.
If anyone knows,
we'll sit down with David.
Yeah, if anyone knows where the switch is, where is that switch? That video is still the best.
Where is?
Look at Barbara Taylor, another OG. Barbara Taylor says,
man, Barbara Taylor, what's up?
Smash those likes. Exit out of live chat a second to do so. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Barbara. Really appreciate that. Big time, long time supporter. which is
You can
really
do
cool.
You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. So we were talking a little bit about Volante there, and kind of wanted to get in this one. This Free American, and by the way, GDLT was the one that sent us that Volante Ripple partner stuff. So I want to give some credit. A lot of people send us stuff, and I'm making sure that I record it now. This one came from, this was a David Schwartz tweet, but this came from Joel from Free American Spirit, at Free American Spirit on Twitter. And this is really good to unpack this here. This right here. Let's put it up here. Let me go ahead and throw it up here. But this was something. Now, if you guys know, like about a week ago, Gatehub said the day's come. You can now trade or make deposits USDT, USDC, wrapped XRP, and Gala, and find out which of them you can trade for free in the next 90 days. So David Schwartz tweeted that the XRPL decentralized exchange now supports USDC, USDT via Gatehub, and the first euro-backed stablecoin is soon coming via StasiNet, right there. Crypto enabler platform to provide. So that's coming out, and let's check the benefits of support offered for stablecoins on the XRP ledger. So it goes on to say that many of the XRPL's core features, such as the world's first DEX decentralized exchange, have been available since 2012. I think, Jeff, if most people knew that, I think they would be just shocked. Since 2012, we're talking 10 years. People think like, ooh, a decentralized exchange. Well, yeah, ooh, it was 10 years ago. Ripple
10 years.
invented
I mean,
it.
that's impressive. I mean, you think about the overall what it takes, you know, and that it's already been there, been available. You know, that's really amazing. Really, really cool.
And this is this whole series of tweets, this tweet thread really says a lot with really very few words. These features are extremely mature and functional, making it an ideal platform for stablecoin issuers to issue and manage assets of all kinds. All they need to do is create an issuing account, set the configuration options for the account and the particular stablecoin. That's it. The XRPL's native token functionality makes this possible because it's built in. There's not a lot to do. I mean, you basically create the account, configure it, and for the stablecoin. That's it. It's not like like how long does that take? And because it's built for payments, the XRPL allows counterparties, these are financial institutions, central banks, governments, the ability to fully settle transactions cheaply in just a few seconds. This assurance eliminates overnight and business risk for financial institutions in particular. And
man, I could expand on that. I mean,
please do.
You know,
please do.
You think about just the overall idea of, you know, instant payment, you know, the instant foreign currency transaction, this functionality of, you know, being able to even utilize a stable coin. But imagine how things are right now, you know, with business risk. You know, and Chip, you and I were talking about it right before the stream, you know, this idea and notion of being able to move money to a party overseas and, you know, getting it to them, but getting it to them transparently and doing it quickly, doing it, you know, effectively, meaning cheaply, and building it in and around a smart contract or, you know, escrows or however it works. But the financial institutions in particular are moving huge amounts of money. And, you know, imagine that you move that money, you're like, oh, well, we got to wait till tomorrow. I don't know if it's even going to get there, you know, and if it doesn't, then we're probably screwed. But if I send it to you right now, Chip, I'm going to send you $1 million and you say, I got it. You're like, oh, that's awesome. Okay, I can go home now. You know, that's it. There's no stress. You know, there's no, although if you put in the wrong address, then you're pretty screwed. It's like, I sent it to you. I didn't get it. You know, I don't know what happened. But at least you can try to fix it. But no, that number 4, limiting the overnight and business risk, you know, there's a ton of that, you know, and this makes so much sense. I love highlighting this stuff. It's great.
No, it's incredible. And this is why it really makes perfect sense. The whole idea of interoperability is key here. Such counterparties are why one universally agreed upon stablecoin is highly unlikely. There are a few reasons for this, but mainly because stablecoins have an issuer as the counterparty that does not allow them to interoperate across payment networks and jurisdictions. And, you know, again, why would you want one universal stablecoin anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess I can see that there
Somewhat.
might, but I mean, right, we're talking about two of them in this tweet thread as it stands, and then neutral counterparty free digital assets like XRP solve this problem by acting as a bridge that allows
Yep.
payments to be settled quickly and efficiently without needing any trusted central intermediary. And
Yep.
that right there, Jeff, is huge.
And that's kind of how we started off with the whole central bank digital currency, right? A central authority, or you're using a banking solution that has to hold and escrow your money. And so now it really, man, it's really makes a lot of sense to me. I think it makes a lot of sense to everybody out there. So David Schwartz, pointing out, breaking it down to simplicity, so it's super easy to understand. And then you really turn to the SEC and you're wondering, what the hell are you guys doing? Like, when you break it down to this extent, and then you start looking back into the court case, you begin to realize that the court case was, there was a lot of things behind it. There are a whole bunch of political intrigue and economic intrigue and potentially swift intrigue that has to do with slowing it down. Because when you break it down and you show the functionality, the importance of it, the interoperability of it, and with streamlined payments, and right now the banking system on its own, through Swift, through any of the third parties, they're not there.
Right.
Swift is a messaging platform. That's it, not settlement, nothing else. There's always the Nostro Vostros and third party, entities and trying to move money. And it's just inefficient. It's antiquated. And if you're going to try to, slow down a technology that has all the answers, or at least most of the answers, apparently, this is the way to do it. Hey, you know what? Lock them up in a lawsuit for a little while. And then that way maybe you'll slow them down. But meanwhile, you think you got them locked up in the lawsuit ship. And these guys, Ripple's been like partnering up all over the world. You can't slow them down.
No, and it's just, and again, what it's done, just like a lot of things that happen in the world, sometimes you got to experience it. And sometimes people have to go through and experience it. It's not like you can't have one of these what ifs. Well, what if this happens? And what do you think would happen? Well, when people actually go through it and they're on they actually hold the digital asset XRP and they see what I feel really sad about are all of the people that sold because they panicked, because they got very nervous. And this is really the trauma that the SEC brought, is this fear and loathing towards individuals. If the IRS knocks on your door, or you get a little nervous, you get a letter and it has the IRS on the outside, you don't even really want to open it. And it's kind of that same, it's almost an intimidation. It's intimidation. It's what it is. And acting just as this enforcement pillar is really, it's really something. I'm just shocked that we're all sitting here and we're witnessing this, but we'll all get through it together. And sometimes you got to go through a rough spot. And if you've ever been in a rough spot of your life, I always say, in order to appreciate daylight, you've got to understand and go through the night. You've got to understand what darkness looks like before you can have the gratitude for that, for the light. Right. And a lot of people what I love about XRP holders and just other people in crypto in general is they know what they have. They know why they're in it. They understand the utility of it. We just went through some amazing utility of the XRPL and why it's really the perfect platform and why the decentralized exchange. So when we start looking at it that way, Jeff, I look at the sky's the limit, and I just know what you have, know what you hold.
Well, that is, and we're just getting started. Hey, I want to give a shout out to everybody watching on Rumble right now. Brand new. This is the first stream ever on Rumble, and we've got 5 people watching.
That's great.
More than watch on Twitch. We have 190 people live with us right now over on YouTube, which is outstanding. So for those guys on Rumble, you don't realize we're on YouTube. And I'm realizing on the Rumble chat, which you can't see in StreamYard right now, people are posting some garbage. So someone posted turtle versus cat. I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's there, and I don't know how to get rid of it. But that's all right.
There you go.
So I want to pull up this comment here from Ralph Raymond. Sorry for going off track, but it really looks like more and more parties are attacking the SEC by the day.
Yes.
They're looking pathetic, and it's amazing because now with LBRY and the LBRY team coming out strong against the SEC, because 4 years they've been coming in and giving the SEC everything they want. They played by the supposed rules And they've, and it's not just Gary Gensler, because 4 years they've been going in, but now under, Gary Gensler, you're seeing it ramp up. And now they've had it. They said, you know what, enough of this. But we saw, it doesn't matter, Gary Gensler, Jay Clayton, whatever, the SEC, there's something that's just off about the whole equation with cryptocurrency. And, Chip, it's always going to get back to the fact that the legislation of the rules doesn't come from the SEC, but has to come from Congress. And since Congress is a little bit out of sorts, they're not passing on the rules that the SEC needs to abide by. So you've got, instead of representatives that represent the people to write the right direction on it, we're relying on paid employees that are either appointed or hired to work for the government that basically report to nobody in the United States. So you didn't elect him, you didn't put him there, and Gary Gensler is an appointed official that you have really no say over, and he's impacting the outcome of your investments. And so this is like the biggest issue right now that we're witnessing with this type of power. And so if you look at it like from what the, and I don't want to get into the other, but Chip, what is, oh, that's a video you're getting. I thought it was an image that you put up there. So
no, it's just
but anyhow, so XRP Hitman was saying, did you guys cover the new request from the SEC? They're digging an even deeper hole. I mean, it's just like, and I guess we'll get into that in a little bit. But Chip, before you put up the next thing, want to ask you, guess what?
What's up?
The SEC just blocked 2 Bitcoin spot ETFs.
Oh, of course it did. No, that was a shocker, Jeff.
Didn't see that one coming. That was a big surprise. That was like, what? They really did that again? No. So, hey, before you, I want to do something a little bit light, right? So
yeah, that's good. We need some light.
This is cool, and then we'll get into the other stuff. But this one, I was reading this, and I saw this tweet from Rock Dust, and he goes, "Oh, how's your week?" Mine, I just erroneously listed ETHROC number 44 for 444 Wei instead of 444 ETH. Now, that's probably a bad thing. I'm sure that the outcome wasn't good, but a bot sniped it in the same block and trying to flip it for 234 ETH. So basically probably gave it away. I don't know what a Wei is worth, but it's not worth an ETH. In one click, my entire net worth of $1 million gone. Is there any hope? Am I GMI? Can Sniper show mercy? And there's the beautiful JPEG of what he lost. So worth $1 million. I mean, that's crazy.
It's the new pet rock.
The new pet rock. So I was going through a lot of the commentary, and people and they were like, why do you have all your money tied up in this rock and all this stuff? And this guy said, well, here's my listing input. And it was just the one rock. So he got it and went up in value by like whatever, 444, whatever it was. He didn't buy it for $1 million. And he didn't put all of his investment in it, but it went up in value. He tried to sell it and made a little bit of a mistake. It got sniped and he lost it. So poor guy. Then there's some, people trying to be pretty funny. And one guy, let's see if I can get to here we go. It's okay. I got it back for you. 44 ETH finder's fee. Dude, but I mean, it's sad because the guy lost $1 million JPEG, but it's funny because NDGO said, hey, I found it for you. Here you go. Here's the JPEG back. And that's not really, it's all in jest.
Well, it's sad somebody would pay that much money for it. My God, that's crazy. That's
holy cow. That's extra. He panicked. 235 ETH gas fees.
Well, if you got 235 ETH, you might not be worried about gas fees, but who knows? That is something, Jeff. And you feel bad for. Look, I mean, we're human beings, and something like that happens. There's no reversing it. It's blockchain, man. Sorry, there is no mercy. So you send it to the wrong address or a non-existent address. That's just the way that it goes. I want to put this up here, Jeff. This is from JWVerret, JD, jurisdiction. What does JD stand for? I don't even know. CPA/CBAs.
XRP ban Rumble.
Yay. And he goes, so you got JWVerret .eth, .sol, .ust. Blockchain law professor teaches accounting and corporate securities, bank law, expert witness, DC consultant, SEC advisory committee member, opinionated Cajun. So if we just break this down a little bit here. So JW says, upon my term ending on the SEC's advisory committee last week, I took the chance to give Chair Gensler some strong words about his abuse of digital assets. Check out Gensler's response. And this is where we'll go to the, we'll show the video here. Let's see. Here we go.
Of digital assets, I want to urge.
Is it working, Jeff, or no?
Can't even see the video.
Yeah, something weird is going on. Man, everything is just messed up. Not good.
Everything is jacked up.
Usually the videos play no problem, but
that didn't even show.
Consider.
There you go.
Well,
Nope.
Jeff, go in there and show it on your side, but you can just go and share the
there.
audio.
Which video is it? What's it called?
It is called, just look for upon my term ending, and you'll see it in there. It's towards the bottom. It's 2 above the rock one we just looked at. Yeah, it's 2 above that one. But when you take a look at this, you'll be able to see that.
Oh, 2 above it.
Yeah,
Upon my
JW's
term ending. There we go.
Yeah, upon the term ending. So you just go ahead and play the Twitter video and just share the screen. That should do it.
Download it first.
You don't necessarily have to download it, but you could. So I was trying to play it, but it's just not working. But what I like about this, when you guys are about to watch, is this is the JW on a live stream. Well, at one point it was live. It's probably like a closed stream.
I got it. It's nice and loud.
And he's basically on his parting words on the way out, and just listen to Gary Gensler's response. So if you go ahead and throw it up there and share it. Here we go.
Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
So start at the beginning, Jeff.
Wait a minute. I don't think I'm sharing my audio.
That's what I was worried about. But you have to also make sure that you share it. So what you're about to see is it's a short little quip. He's going to say what he's going to say, and then you're going to see Chair Gensler is going to actually answer him.
All right. Here we go. Ready?
Here we go. Yep.
Back to the SEC's regulation of digital assets, I want to urge the SEC to consider
Is
the
it turned on?
proposal I offered by way of a public rulemaking proposal for the SEC to open public comment with respect to digital asset regulation. Doesn't commit the SEC to doing anything, but my digital asset regulation Genesis block proposal would offer the commission the collective wisdom of crypto lawyers, digital asset lawyers who've been working diligently on these issues. We encounter that nuance in our IAC hearing on this. I encounter it in my securities law regulation course. Look, on the one hand, it's ridiculous for the 33 Act to treat miners and node operators as underwriters, or to apply cookie-cutter proxy rules to the voting of governance tokens in a DeFi protocol. On the other hand, I think a lot of people in the digital asset and crypto communities would love to see standardized disclosure about tokenomics and about auditing of smart contracts in a particular project. I think the digital asset regulation Genesis block proposal can help the SEC to achieve that and ultimately help digital asset owners like me rather than threaten the value of their interests with over application of the Howey test. And so I hope that my proposal will get sincere consideration. Thank you again. I will miss all of you. I will still heckle the IEC from the sidelines. Just kidding. But I will be here. I will be writing in some comment letters, and I won't be far. So I hope you will all stay close and stay in touch.
Can I just, please, Chris? I mean, Paul and JW. I hope that you're not going to go that far away, and we can only help you a long and healthy life, JW. Because your input, even if sometimes we disagree, I have found your input, and I look forward to hearing more. Is always informs the debate and is it's thoughtful and so. Keep coming to us with the issues on competition. By the way,
Wait, was that a whole bunch of nothing, Jeff, or what? It's like, by the way, we appreciate. I mean, fumbling through that was just embarrassing, Jeff.
Oh my God!
I mean, even though we disagree, Jeff. I mean, everything. So
never see you again. Thank you and good riddance.
Bizarre.
I mean,
yeah, he's like, don't go away. I mean, don't go too far away.
Stay close.
Even though we disagree on everything.
Even though we don't like you.
Don't like you. Don't care for you.
Has he ever left the room? He's never left the room.
So.
He's always in that room. He never leaves that room.
It's a weird little room that he's always in, isn't it?
It's his little office. But isn't there something going on the other side? Then we once see a view and there's like a beautiful like window, something. Do you think he's in the basement? Maybe it's a basement room.
I honestly don't know where he is. I mean, he's somewhere. I think it's some room in his house. He must have. I mean, somebody that's worth $120 million probably has a decent spread, I would imagine.
A nice room. I mean, he's got the fireplace. But why is this table set up so close to the fireplace?
I don't know. It might be a smaller room. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just he likes the background. I don't know. Look at this, Jeff.
Maybe that's what it is.
Look at this right here. You've got this, which says crypto startup employee
on
quits.
The other side staring at him. All right.
Crypto startup employee quits after realizing telltale signs of failure. Offering NFT services without proper infrastructure, purchasing crypto at all-time high, purely based on popularity, were the red flags for this Redditor. So this guy wrote a thread on Reddit. He said the startup ecosystem historically played a vital role in shaping the crypto community into a $2 trillion industry. However, numerous players bank on this notion to consistently overpromise, underdeliver. The dream back in December 2021, Redditor Buster Rules thought they landed the dream job after being hired by a crypto startup, only to realize they were now part of the problem and resigned from the position 2 months later. And I guess that's Buster right there. What's up, Buster Rules?
Buster Rules.
And said, first of all, the level of disorganization and chaos were absolute madness. Each morning we had a different objective. And guys, you might know this as your job. This might just look very similar to what your job looks like.
That's what you do every day.
It might be what you do every day. It might be, each morning you had a different
Absolute
objective
chaos.
based on the most recent trend in the market. He alleged that the crypto startup, which shall remain unnamed, I want to really know who it is, due to an active non-disclosure agreement, did everything that crypto investors are advised against. This included offering NFT services without proper infrastructure, purchasing cryptocurrencies at all-time highs, just based on popularity, paraphrasing the company's agenda. He says one of the products doesn't work anymore because a rushed bug fix patch. Can you imagine that? Let's rush this out. And then we broke the product. It's done. Sorry. Let's pretend that never happened. Let's keep pushing rosy marketing articles about how great everything is. Soon after joining the team, the Redditor realized the business cannot be profitable or productive member of the crypto ecosystem.
That was JW, the video we just watched. That's XRP
right.
panic said. Sounds like the SEC.
Sounds an awful lot like it,
This is why he quit.
Yeah, the Redditor further alleged that the startup proactively misled and cheated investors by using bots to run official Telegram channels, faking community users on Discord, partnering with influencers to make their products seem popular. Not us, though, Jeff. This kind of stuff is what gives crypto its bad reputation to the outside world. Check this out. One of the biggest red flags the new employee noticed were the founders, who were allegedly only interested in making the most amount of money as soon as possible. We were acting like an evil hedge fund, precisely the type of institution crypto is supposed to fight. So it goes on and on and on, but you kind of get the gist of that, where it was just absolute madness, and a guy who really, this is somebody who has their priorities in order, where they really couldn't. Yeah, okay, you're in a crypto startup, but everything was wrong. And it's sad that we don't know who that is. It's probably someone we may not have even heard of. But he says he advised the community to join well-known crypto enterprises, not waste your time in little-known startups that have big dreams but cannot deliver. And this is usually the downfall of a lot of different, startups in life. So that's part of what ends up happening.
Yep, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes. Yeah,
that is how it goes. Chad Berry's saying Austin is going to use crypto possible. Uphold home base, I believe, could be huge. So I was trying to look that up, didn't find it. But sounds interesting.
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Interesting, man.
Pretty interesting. Sam Ross saying, I think all the XRP community should stay away from BTC and ETH because of the corruption around them. Interesting. And I was looking for this one too, Crypto G. I don't know if you have a video on it. You want to share a link with us, but Hester Pierce was at a Forbes virtual event today on digital assets. Yeah, she passionately hates Gary too.
I don't think anyone's shocked at that.
There's not a lot of love floating around over there.
But he's really he's like people are mentioning in the chat. He's really rubbing people the wrong way for everybody. They're going like, "What are you doing, man? I mean, what are you going at this company for?"
And I'll tell you what. So I was looking at this this other article here, trying to see. I put some commentary on it. Now I'm trying to find where my comment was, but there's something else here. Get into that. The Bitcoin being legal tender. I guess I didn't really put anything here, but I said basically the title of this article that I'm gonna pull up is SEC probing Big Four accounting firms for conflict of interest. And then I'm thinking about that. I said, man, maybe the SEC should probe itself over ETH versus XRP and the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. But what's crazy, Chip, is that it isn't just on the crypto side. You're right. It's everywhere. Everybody's upset. The SEC probing the Big Four accounting for conflicts of interest. And so you can only go so far. Deloitte, Ernst & Young, KPMG, Price. So all of them, they're like, you all have conflicts of interest. The move is in line with the agency's recent focus on financial market gatekeepers such as accountants, bankers, lawyers, and journal. How, Chip, the SEC wants to tackle the environment, carbon credits. They want companies to report on their carbon emissions and their carbon usage. Now they want to go after accountants. They want to go after bankers. How does the SEC have so much power? The last I looked, they didn't have that kind of power. It's supposed to be in protect of retail investors. What is going on in this world? It's like the SEC's also asked audit firms to disclose instances to regulators when they provided non-audit services such as consulting, tax advice, and lobbying to audit clients, and instances in which their financial outcomes depended on those ties, such as making fees contingent. What does this have to do with investment? What does this have to do with securities law?
This is when you overreach. When you're worth 120 million, you live in a bubble. This is the kind of things you do. By the way, Jeff, I want to show you this. You ready for this? Sam Ross, appreciate that. He goes, listen, he's upset. Okay. And you wouldn't like Sam Ross if you saw him upset. You would not want to be around Sam Ross when he's upset. And he's lost it, just like a lot of people are. Thank you for that, Sam. Really appreciate it. He's upset. And a lot of people are. So a lot of people are angry. And I want to show this is a nice little thing. Flare Networks has a new partnership with dWeb Foundation and Flare to lead the way towards building a fully decentralized, permissionless internet built on blockchain infrastructure. Kind of big news, really. This whole dWeb. Isn't that funny, Jeff? It looks a little bit like on the chain there, doesn't it?
Hey, they store a logo. Interesting. Interesting.
It's kind of cool.
What is up with that?
Purple too, Jeff. How about that?
That's interesting.
Right? Did you notice that, Jeff?
I do notice that. Considering we built the logo.
Isn't that funny? Well, it's they just don't have the outside around it, but it's pretty much it's close. I wouldn't say it's exactly, but I would say it's close.
Very close.
Let's compare it. Why don't we do that? It's not close enough.
It's close.
It does make you. It is reminiscent of it, though. I mean, it doesn't make you
think. Very reminiscent.
Let's see. Reminiscent. Let's see. What is it? Gosh,
Let's see.
Let me see.
What is going on here with these logos?
Holy cow, dude! I can't even find it. What the heck? I just had it up.
There it is.
Looking for it. There it is. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at these. Let's put these side by side. Let's really compare these two. Let's look at this. So there's ours. So yeah, it's not exactly the same. And
not exactly.
It reminds you of it, though.
Reminds you. Yeah. So there you go. From a distance. From a distance, it kind of looks like ours. Even some of the shading on the cubes. Not exactly.
Yeah.
Similar.
You see ours, like you don't know if that thing is the bottom or is the top of one. You don't know.
Ours is very cool. It's like
so it's got these it's a little optical illusion on the sides over here. So it plays a little bit of a little trick.
Plays on your brain a little bit.
Yeah.
Brain playage.
I'm going to spend some time on that. But anyway, Jeff, that's all we got tonight.
Holy crap.
That's all we have. And
I can't believe what time it is. I didn't realize it was already an hour.
Parsa Persian says, thank you
Man.
for that. Someone worth 120 million teaches at MIT. Yeah, well, that was
What's going on with that?
it was a stepping stone. What is he, from the Goldman Sachs days? But
Golden. Yeah, he made all
anyway,
his money.
that's all
Made
we
his
have,
money
Jeff.
over there.
We're gonna
That's all
go
we
ahead
got. We do stream 6 days a week for all those out there that don't know that, but we do stream Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, thank you to the people on
And
Rumble. Appreciate that, guys.
yeah, thank you for people on Rumble. Thanks for getting that set up. We are over there and we're excited about it. We love being over there on Rumble right now. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how it develops. So go check it out if you get a chance. And that's it. That's what we got. So tomorrow night we'll be back. It is what
Tomorrow will be
Thursday.
Thursday. Yeah, Thursday.
Wow.
Okay, guys.
Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. So we'll be doing the stream with a beer and a smile, and it'll be awesome. A shot of Jameson and a Guinness. That's how we're gonna stream tomorrow. And it'll be fantastic. I don't know how I'm gonna wear a green hat, but that'll be interesting.
Yeah,
But
Jeff.
anyhow, check all you guys out tomorrow night. That's all
That's
we
it.
got, Chip.
We'll see you on the next one. Chip and Jeff out. See ya.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.